So it's advantage Real Madrid over in Spain as La Liga cranks it up a notch. We'll talk about the latest results and, of course, your predictions and mine next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today, we'll take a look at Matchday number 33 out in Spain, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things La Liga related, Blabbing Rovers related. What football are we going to do here, boys? Under one roofski, that's right. So, it is coming thick and fast right here over in the old, in La Liga. Well, I'm not over there, but I'm over in the USA, of course. But it's getting thick and fast, of course. But anyway, before we jump into it, I want a big shout out to the Dirty 10. That's right, the naughty boys and girls that are my Patreons. So a big round of applause for them because they keep supporting the channel in another way. And if you want to join that illustrious gang, there is a link down below. And that illustrious gang includes Russell Frost, Cody Gaho, Tom Clark, Tom Beresford, the legend John Spurn, Aztec Marky V Mark, No Code Drinker, Daniel Meller, Bianca Muller, and of course LG and Cow, who did return just a few days ago. So once again, give you a round of applause for supporting the channel. So congrats to you. But how did you all get on with your predicamaroos? First and foremost, we're going to take a look at how I got on in all my predicamaroos then. Let me just tidy this up a little smidgen. How about that? Nope. We want more. We want more. I'm just about there. Get it over the line. There we go. Okay, then let's take a little look at how we all got on last time around. Of course, we're going to kick it off with me. I'm in the spotlight. I'm going to start. These are all over the place a little bit. We're going to start with Athletic Club Bilbao. They took on Mallorca. And they actually won 3-1. That's right, 3-1. I actually went with a 1-0 win myself. So I got the right result, but I got the wrong scoreline. The goal scorers were Raul Garcia, Sanchez, and Valverde for Bilbao. Antti Birdmere, the one only goal for Mallorca. So, yeah, good result for Bilbao to move up the table. Mallorca still in the old relegation sort of scrapperoo at the moment. They are in the zone, the drop zone at the moment, but hopefully they can get themselves a little bit more points this week. Next up, Atlético Madrid took on Deportivo Alavés. That ended up as a 2-1 win for Atlético Madrid. Saul Niguez and Diego Costa on the score sheet from the penalty spot. Alavés one only goal scorer coming from Joselu, actually with a 2-0 win for Madrid. Ain't too shabby, boys. Of course, one surprises of the weekend was Celta Vigo 2, Barcelona 2, all square in the end. I was close on this one. I actually went with a 2-1 win in the end for Barcelona, but no, got that wrong. Suarez with a brace, but it wasn't good enough. Smolov and Aspas on the score sheet for Celta Vigo give themselves a share of the spoils. Next up, it was, of course, Espanyol against Real Madrid. That was one of the late games on Sunday. 1-0 win in the end for Madrid. Casemiro with the score, the one and only goal. 3-0 for me. I went the right side, went with the right team on that one. 3-0 for me, but ultimately got the right result in the end. Getafe against Sociedad, that is a mystery. Of course, these games are coming thick and fast, and they are kind of overlapping each other. That's why I'm not giving you all the results, and that's why we're only up to 9 fixtures today. But 0-0. I think I went with a 2-2 draw on this one myself, so we'll see what happens next time around, of course. Next up, Granada took on Aybar. 2-1 in the end. I actually went with a 1-0 win for Granada, but the goals coming from Roberto Soldado for Granada, Pablo de Palacios and Kike Garcia for Aybar to give them the 3 points away from home. Levante took on Betis and they went 4-2. That's right, 4-2. Borja Marial, Enes Bardi, Joe Luis Morales, and of course, ex-Rover legend himself, Ruben Rashina on the score sheet for Levante, Sergio Canales and Juanami on the score sheet for Real Betis. I actually went with the 1-1 draw on this one, so absolutely garbage. Then we had Osasuna took it on Deportivo Leganés, and it was a 2-1 win in the end. The goal scorers on that bad boy were... What were they, son? What were they? I can't see it. I can't see it. It was also Osasuna against Leganés. Enric Galejo. He got himself a couple of goals, and Javi Alavés got himself a goal for Leganés. So good result for Osasuna to get themselves moving forward as well. Oh, the 2-0 win for the visitors. I got that one wrong. And Sevilla, they did take on these matey boys here. Who is it? Sevilla did take on Real Valladolid. And then wrapping up, well, into the final two here. It was Sevilla taking on Valladolid, and that ended up all square, 1-1 in the end. I actually went with a 2-0. I got the right amount of goals on this one. I actually went with Sevilla, but I got it wrong. Lucas Ocampos got himself the penalty to give Sevilla a share of the spoils, but it was Kiko Olivas getting the one and only goal for Leganés. Sorry, for Valladolid in the end. And then wrapping up with the Battle of the V's, it was, of course, Villarreal against Valencia. It was one-sided, folks. It was a 2-0 win for Villarreal. The goals, Paco Alcazar and Gerard Merino on the score sheet. I went with a 3-2 win in the end for Valencia. this year. So in the end, I did pretty poop. Yeah, I got myself what did I get myself? I got myself 3 out of 9, which is not great. Not great indeed. And I'm going to slide into the middle here so you can take a little look at the table. That's what I got, and that's what the table is at the moment. Real Madrid lead the way, 71 points. So it's upper hand. Real Madrid, Barcelona are 2 points adrift, and they've got a bit of a monster game this weekend. Atlético Madrid in 3rd, Sevilla into 4th. Down the bottom, Espanyol, Leganés, and Mallorca going down as it stands. It looks like it's a nailed-on thing as well, because Celta Vigo are a good 8 points clear. I don't know how many games we've got left, but it is not looking good at the moment. So what about you boys and girls? What did you guys get on this past weekend? Let's take a little look. So, how about you? How did you all do? Let's take a little look then, shall we? Start with Football Mapper. You did absolutely not too shabby, buddy. Not too shabby. Yannick Buster, not too shabby as well. Costas K did pretty well as well. Victor Fisher, not too bad indeed. Jonathan Alou, not too bad, buddy. Radical, he did okay as well. Il Mochorino did on Nossa. Isa did okay. Cunningham, the legend. Patreon. But he didn't do very, very well predictions. But we're going to move on anyway. Mars A, not too shabby. Mohamed Rafi, not too bad as well. Emmanuel Lucedadarmi, not too bad. Gabriel Manquina did absolute shit. Tito did not too bad. Rabaran did shit. And Bianca Muller, legend as well, because she's a Patreon. She did also very, very poo. But moving on into the next round of matches, of course. So here we go, folks, into match day number 33. We're going to start with Deportivo Alavés. They are taking on Granada. The last 3 encounters between these two sides see 1 win for Alavés, 2 wins for Granada. They played in Granada early in the season. It was a 3-0 win for Granada. That's right. Goals on that one was Carlos Fernandez, Roberto Soldado, and Yangel Herrera. A couple of red cards for Alavés as well to really put them backs up against the wall. Granada actually drawn their last 3 away matches in La Liga, whereas Alavés actually lost their last 3 matches in the La Liga as well. Heading into this, 1 win in 6 for Granada, and that win was against Getafe. That was all the way before. That was after the lockdown, 12th of June. Meanwhile, the same could be said for Alavés. 1 win in 6 as well. That was against Sociedad around about the 18th of June as well. The bookmakers' odds on this one: Alavés against Granada, 6-4 for the victory for Alavés. 21-10 is the draw. 2-1 is the away win for Granada. Taking place on the 1st of July. This bad boy, a win for Granada. Currently find themselves. Where are you? Where are you, Granada? You're in 10th spot. A win away could see them up to 8th. Whereas Alavés, they were struggling, 16th spot at the moment. A win for them could see them rise above Betis into 13th spot. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for the hosts on this one and give themselves a bit of a boost. Maybe climb the table a little bit more as the season comes to an end. And next up is probably the game of the midweek. It is, of course, Barcelona up against Atlético Madrid over in Le Camp Nou. Let's take a closer look at this one then, shall we? Barcelona, last 6 encounters, season winning 3 against Atlético Madrid. 1 win for Madrid and 2 draws between 2 sides. They played in the Camp Nou earlier in the season. It was a 3-2 win in the cup, or in a cup. Koke, Alvarado, Morata and Angel Carrera on score sheet for Madrid. Messi and Griezmann on the score sheet for Barcelona. The last time they played, well, in fact, they played earlier in the season as well, over in Madrid, and it was a 1-0 win for Barcelona. The last time they played in Camp Nou in the league was a 2-0 win for Barcelona. So despite that little hiccup earlier in the campaign in the cup, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games unbeaten for Barcelona against Atlético Madrid. Barcelona actually undefeated in the last 28 home matches in La Liga, and they've also kept a clean sheet in the last 4 at home. Atlético Madrid actually won the last 4 matches in La Liga as well, both home and away, and they're looking very, very good at the moment. The 2 sides, past 6 encounters, in fact, the past 6 games each, just 1 slip up for Atlético Madrid. They did draw against Bilbao. That was back on the 14th of June. Meanwhile, at the last 3 games, Barcelona only won once, and that was against Bilbao on the 23rd of June. So the bookmakers' odds on this one taking place on Tuesday, the 30th of June. Barcelona 6-5 on favourites. 16-5 is Atlético Madrid, and 11-4 is the draw. A win for Atlético Madrid in 3rd could see them get to up to maybe 61 points. A win for Barcelona could mathematically send them top of the pile. Of course, goal difference and all that kind of jazz. I'm going to go with the Barcelona boys on this one. 3-1 in the end. It might be rough. It might be edgy, but they'll get the points and they'll get the 3 goals as well. Messi and the boys doing the business. Next up, we have Real Betis up against Villarreal. This match, I'll tell you, takes place. Where is it? Who is it? Real Betis. Where are you, sunshines? This game takes place on Wednesday, the 1st of July. The last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Betis, 4 wins for Villarreal, no draws between two sides. They did play at Villarreal earlier in the season. It was a 5-1 win for Villarreal with Carl Toko Ekami with a brace, Santi Cazorla from the penalty spot, Gerard Moreno as well, and Samuel Chukwueze on the score sheet as well. Betis' one only goal came from Emerson, and that was on the 48th minute. Last played in Betis was a 2-1 win for the home team. In fact, it's back-to-back wins for them over Villarreal at home. Heading into this. Villarreal undefeated in the last 5 matches in the La Liga. They look very, very good. And in that last 5, they've drawn 1 of them. Meanwhile, their opposition, Real Betis, just 1 win in the past 5 as well. That was against Espanyol. So it's going to be a bit ropey. Bit of a tough one for Betis to get themselves back into this. The bookmakers' odds on this one taking place on the 1st of July again. 8-5 for Betis for the victory, 8-5 for Villarreal the away win, and 12-5 for the draw. Win for Real Betis in 13th spot. Could see them get 3 points and maybe move. Well, they can't really move up the table, but they can get a little bit closer to getting some points and maybe even get into the top 10 in a couple of weeks, a couple of match days' time. As for their opposition, Villarreal, they are up to 5th at the moment, looking at potentially a late push for Champions League football. In fact, a win for them this weekend or midweek could see him go into the 4th spot on goal difference depending on what goes on. I can't really separate the two sides. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Everyone will take home a point. Next up we have Aybar. They're going to take on Osasuna. This match takes place on the 2nd of July, which is a Thursday. The last 6 encounters see 0 wins for Aybar. What else we got going on? 1 win for Osasuna and 5 draws. That's right, 5 draws between two sides. In fact, you go all the way to 2017. I think it might even have been a Mickey Mouse game for a 2-0 win for Osasuna way back in August. The last 6 matches between two, well, for each of the two sides here, Aybar are actually on an unbeaten run of 4 games, picking up 2 draws and 2 wins, whereas Osasuna have won 2 of the past 5 heading into this. So the bookmakers' odds on this one, Aybar, they are 7-5 for the victory, 2-1 is Osasuna, and 21-10 is the draw. Again, that game takes place on the 2nd of July, and a win for Aybar currently find themselves in 15th spot, could see them rise above Real Betis into 13th, whereas their opposition, Osasuna, are in 11th at the moment. A win for them could see them rise above Granada into the top 10, boys. Again, really tough one to call this one. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. No one's going to get anything really from this one, and everyone will take home a point. Next up, we have Leganés taking on Sevilla this week, this midweek. Leganés come into this, of course, in the last 6 encounters of winning 2 of them between themselves and Sevilla. Well, Sevilla have also won 2, and there's been 2 draws between 2 sides. They played earlier in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Sevilla. Diego Carlos with the 1 and only goal, and the last time played in Leganés, it was all square. So we've actually drawn the last 4 matches in La Liga, whereas Leganés actually failed to win 9 of their 10 last matches as well. Sevilla unbeaten in at least 5 games, whereas Leganés have just lost the once in the past 3. A couple of draws in that mix as well. Bookmakers' odds, Leganés are, where are you, son? Where are you? It's 11-4 for the victory. Evens Stevens for Sevilla for the victory. 23-10 is the draw. This game takes place on Tuesday, the 30th of June. Heading into this, of course, Sevilla currently find themselves in 4th of the table. Win would keep them in 4th at the expense of Villarreal, but they could possibly close in on a top 3 spot next week, as Atlético Madrid will be on 58 points, and the win for Sevilla will put them on to 57. The win for Leganés, though, they are on the drop zone. A win for them could maybe get them above Mallorca and maybe try to get something out of this before the season comes to an end. But 2-0 win for me for Sevilla, easy peasy. Next up, we have Mallorca. They are taking on Aybar. They are taking on Celta Vigo. The last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Mallorca, 1 win for Celta Vigo, and 3 draws between 2 sides. They played in Celta Vigo earlier in the season. It was a 2-2 draw. Rafina and Iago Aspas on the score sheet for Sevilla, whereas Salvia and Ante Boudouin was on the score sheet for Mallorca. There was also a red card on that match. Last time I played in Mallorca was all the way back in 2013. Giovanni Dos Santos with the 1 and only goal on that one occasion. Celta Vigo actually kept a clean sheet in the last 4 away matches, and also undefeated in 9 of the 10 matches in La Liga, whereas Mallorca have actually failed to win their last 5. Heading into this, of course, I did mention it already, Celta Vigo just 1 defeat the past 6. That was against Villarreal on the 13th of June, whereas Their opposition, Mallorca, just one draw at the past 5. The rest were defeats. So not looking good for Mallorca heading into this. The bookmakers' odds on this will take place on Tuesday, the 30th of June. Is 9-4 for Mallorca. 21-10 is the draw. 13-10 is the away win. Mallorca obviously in the relegation zone at the moment, and they look dead and berry. 26 points on the board, but a win would give them 29 points and maybe just give them a bit of a belief. Celta Vigo on the rise at the moment. They're on 34 points. They're in 17th spot, so 17th up against 18th, but a win for Celta Vigo in 17th could see them rise all the way up to 13th in the table. I'm going with a 0-0 draw in this one. A lot of games I'm on the fence this week, this midweek, because they come in so thick and fast. I just can't really swing it. And then next up we have Real Madrid up against Getafe, of course, currently leading the way. Real Madrid. The last 6 encounters sees 5 wins for them over Getafe and 1 draw between 2 sides. They played in Getafe early in the season. It was a 3-0 win. David Soria with a big fat OG, Rafael Varane and Luka Modric with the 96-minute third. Getafe have actually drawn the last 3 matches in La Liga, whereas Real Madrid are undefeated in the last 16 home matches as well. Heading into this, Getafe, unbeaten in 3. They were all draws, whereas Real Madrid unbeaten in 5. They were all wins. Heading into this match does take place on Thursday, the 2nd of July. 3-1 on for Real Madrid. 70-2 is the away win. 4-1 is the draw. A win for Real Madrid. We'll see him go top of the pops. And a win for Getafe, who currently find themselves in 6th. Could maybe get them up to above Villarreal into 5th. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win. Comfortable win in the end for Real Madrid. Next up is my boys, Real Sociedad. They're going to be taking on Espanyol, who look absolutely toast at the moment. Of course, I think they've just fired another manager. It'll be their 4th coach in the season. Anyway, the last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Sociedad, 2 wins for Espanyol, and 1 draw between 2 sides. They played twice this season, one in the Cup, which was a 2-0 win for Sociedad in Sociedad, and the last time they played in earlier in the season, they played in Espanyol. It was a 3-1 win for Sociedad as well. William Jose with a brace, Alexander Isic as well, Josep Salduda getting himself a big fat OG as well. So the last time they played in Sociedad in the Liga was a 3-2 win for Sociedad as well. That was all the way back in January 2019. Sociedad have actually lost the last three matches in La Liga, not including the game that we've not really covered yet. And Espanyol have also failed to win their last 6 away matches as well. So 2 teams looking for a win. So the last time Espanyol were victorious was 13th of June against Deportivo Alavés, whereas I can't even see anything for Sociedad. They're in very, very bad bit of form at the moment. The bookmakers' odds 5-4 on for Sociedad for the victory. 5-2 is the draw. 15-4 is the away win. A win for Sociedad, who currently find themselves in 7th, could see them rise above Getafe into 6th, whereas Espanyol are toast. 24 points on the board, but a win could mathematically shoot them up to 18th, and you never know, folks. You just don't know. So for me, I am sticking with my boys. 2-0 win in the end for Sociedad to get the victory, and maybe, just maybe, get a late push into European spots. Next up we have Valencia up against Athletic Club Bilbao. That's right. These 2 sides, past 6 encounters sees 4 wins for Valencia, 0 wins for Bilbao, and 2 draws between 2 sides. They played in Bilbao early in the season. It was a 1-0 win. Danis Cheryshev, the scorer for Valencia. The last time they played in Valencia was a 2-0 win with Roger Marino and Kevin Gamero on the score sheet as well. Heading into this, Valencia are actually undefeated in the last 17 home matches in La Liga. They've also won the last 4 home matches against Bilbao in all competitions. Valencia have also kept a clean sheet in the last 3 home matches, 3 matches period against Bilbao as well. Valencia looking ropey as can be though heading into this. Just 1 win in the past 6. That was against Osasuna on the 21st of June, whereas Bilbao just 1 defeat in the past 5. That was against Barcelona on the 23rd of June. Heading into this, the bookmakers odds. This was a tough one to call actually. Heading in, this game takes place on where is it? On the 1st of July, which is a Wednesday. 7-5 for Valencia. 11-5 is the away win. 2-1 is the draw. Win for Bilbao in 9th could see them rise above Sociedad into 7th, whereas a win for Valencia in 8th could also see them rise above Getafe into 6th. Goodness gracious me! I'm going with Valencia on this one. It might not be as cut and dry as that, but I'm going to go with a home team, and maybe they'll break their hoodoo and finally get some points on the board. And then wrapping up, here's of course the game of the weekend is Valladolid up against Levante. The last 6 encounters sees 1 win for Valladolid, 4 wins for Levante, and 1 draw between the 2 sides. This match will take place on the 1st of July, which is a Wednesday. And earlier in the season, they played in Levante. It was a 2-0 win for Levante. Sergio Leon and Jose Luis Morales. The last time played in Valladolid, though, was a 2-1 win for Valladolid. Valladolid have also failed to win the last 9 of the last 10 matches at home, so they're looking pretty ropey. But realistically, their form is not too bad. 1 defeat the past 5 are both home and away, and that defeat was against Atlético Madrid. The other ones have been 3 draws and 1 win. Whereas the same could be said, or similar sort of 4 and 4. Levante just 1 defeat the past 6. That was against Atlético Madrid on the 23rd of June. So 2 sides with grinding out some points, whether it be draws or occasional win. This match takes place on the Wednesday, of course. 5-4 for Valladolid, 11-5 is Levante. 9-4 is the draw. A win for Levante, currently find themselves in 12th, could see them rise above Granada into the top 10, whereas Valladolid are on 14th, and win for them could see them rise above Betis into 13th. I'm going with a cheeky 1-0 win for Levante to smash dash, take the 3 points and maybe move into the top 10. That's right. So that's my predickaroos, boys and girls. Be sure to get your predictions in nice and early. I want to see what you guys think will happen in match day number 33, and then we'll have match day number 34 as well this week. Goodness gracious me, it never ends. But anyway, let's just say all of this turns out right, bang on the nose, just like it should do. This is what the table will look like after match day number 33. Real Madrid will lead the way, 74 points on the board. Barcelona will be in second, Madrid third, and Sevilla into the top 4. Mallorca, Leganés and Espanyol going down as it stands, just like it was before. But that, my friends, is what I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this little bad boy, and hopefully you'll get your predictions in nice and early as well, so we can take a little look at what you think will happen, of course, during this match day. Before we get out of it, I want to make sure you give this video some love, smash the thumbs up, and of course smash the subscribe if you're new. New videos every single day on the channel, whether it is predictions, Football Manager. I've got all sorts of stuff coming out on the channel at the moment, so make sure you check that sucker out, and also check out the description, links to my other social media platform, Twitter, vocal on that bad boy, and I had a bit of flack this weekend, but I'm on there anyway. Facebook, and of course, if you want to support the channel in another way, there is Patreon. For as little as a cheap can of soda, you can support the channel in another way and be best buds for life. Anyway, that's it. Until I see you again, which will be midweek. Keep it safe, folks. Stay out of trouble. Wear your mask and all that kind of jazz, and I'll see you all next time around. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.